All right, Shalom. To start this lesson, first and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash, the waters to our elders, apostles, great millstone, who well and push that 100% truth into sincerity, and shalom to the hopeful legs scattered across the four winds, Lord, and necessity be edifying. And the true name of the Heavenly Father was the Word, and He calls God. His true name is Yahweh, which means He is, He exists. Bahashem, Ba-in, Ha, the Shem name, and the true name of the only begotten Son, which the Word, and He calls Jesus Christ. His true name is Yahushai, which means He saves, He delivers, which is what He's going to do for the nation of Israel, starting off with the elect. And you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you are the true biblical Israelites that the Bible speaks about, and the message has always been the same. Repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. This is your brother Rawai Shapar from the GMS Miami camp, coming at you with another lesson through the Spirit by Yahweh Shem Shai. And the title of this lesson is simply going to be, you cannot put the Lord in a box. And that's right, you can't put the Lord in a box. You know, oftentimes the flesh tries to make us put the Lord in a box, tries to make us feel like, man, how's the Lord going to save me out of this situation? Or how's the Lord going to perform this act on me? Or how's He going to do this for me? How's He going to do that for me? You know? We can't put the Lord in a box, Akim, and I'm speaking to myself first and foremost, man. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 59, verse 1. It says, "Behold, the Lord's hand is not shortened that it cannot save, neither His ear heavy that it cannot hear." And this is a precept that you got to hold dearly to yourself. Speaking to myself first and foremost, the Lord's hand will never be short that it cannot save, man. No matter what you're going through, no matter what tribulation, what happens, what you come across in your daily life. You know, the Lord's hand is not too short to save you. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is not too far away to save you. The Lord can save you from all these things because He's the one that's ultimately bringing these things upon you if you truly understand. And it says, neither His ear heavy that it cannot hear. That's right. The Lord hears these prayers, man, that we're throwing up. The Lord hears us crying out to Him. You know, yeah, sometimes you want the situation to change immediately. Sometimes you want the situation to get better then and there. And sometimes it does. You know, but sometimes too, patience. That word patience goes into suffering. Okay, you believe in me? Do you trust in me that I'm going to fix it? Okay, you're going to go through it. And exhibit your faith while you're going through it. You know? But the Lord hears. He hears when we cry out to Him. He hears these prayers. You know, He hears our prayers, man. And the situations that we're going through in our life, His hands is not too short to save us. You know, there's times, you know, I was in situations I'm like, damn. And then the Lord performed a miraculous work, and all I could say was, Tawadi Yahbashim Yahushai. Call alarm La Yahbashim Yahushai. And that's why it's important to read these stories, because these stories boost your faith. They boost your confidence in Yahbashim Yahushai. You know, you have to read the stories. Because once you read the stories, you know, you have a better understanding. It's like you're more open. Okay, boom, I'm going through this right now. But I remember the Lord performed this act for this individual. And I'm calling on the same name that this individual is calling on, so the Lord could do the same thing for me. You gotta have an open mind, man. Faith. Yeah, I believe that He will do it, and He will do it. But it all ties down to believing in Him, trusting in Him, having confidence in Him. This is the book of Romans, chapter 15:4. That's why, and this is one of my favorite precepts. In my lessons, I bring it out all the time because it's so true. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the Scriptures might have hope. Hope goes into expectation. You know, you reading these stories, man. You reading these stories and you reading these accounts of these great men that served Yahweh Shem Yahushai and the things that they went through, you know, and how the Lord was there for them and how the Lord saved them every time, man. The Lord came through for them. That's supposed to boost your faith up. That's supposed to build you up. And that opens your mind like, hey, if the Lord could save this individual from this, that, and the third, the Lord could save me from what I'm going through. Because what I'm going through is smaller compared to what that individual went through. That's the mindset you got to have, man. And the Lord did this for this individual, He could do the same thing for me. That's faith. That's expectation. That's hope. Hope is expectation. This is what you believe in. You expect the Lord's going to help you, and he's going to help you, man. But you have to have confidence. You have to have faith. You have to fucking believe, man. You have to believe yourself. You have to believe that the Lord's going to do these things for you. You got to believe that the Lord's hearing your prayers. You got to believe that the Lord's going to help you, man. It's you. You have to believe. A brother could believe for you. Other brothers can believe for you. But you have to believe, man. You have to establish your relationship with the Lord. You have to build up your relationship with the Lord. And it's something we all go through. Speaking to myself first and foremost. It's the book of Sirach, chapter 2, verse 10. It says, look at the generations of old and see, did any ever trust in the Lord was confounded? Nope. Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Nope. Or whom did he despise ever that called upon him? Nobody. The Lord came through every time. He came through every time and showed out for his men. And the times that we coming into, the Lord is going to show out for us, man. The Lord's going to let these people fucking know that we are his. Y'all can't do nothing to them. They're mine. The Lord's about to show out. He's about to show his true power. The world's going to see it, man. And they're going to have no choice but to fucking acknowledge it, man. But the Lord came through every time, man. Every single time. You know, and I just got a couple of counts. I just want to read. Showing you the power of the Lord, man. You can't put no limit. You can't put the Lord in a box, man. Stop putting the Lord in a box. You're doing yourself a disservice by doing that, man. And I might title the lesson that. You putting the Lord in a box is doing yourself a disservice, man. Let's get these accounts, man. There's a book of 2 Kings, chapter 1, verse 10. Let me see, because I got to the point. I get that. There's another account that came to my head too. But I read this. 2 Kings 1, verse 10. And Elijah said to the captain of 50, if I be a man of God, let fire come down from heaven and consume that 50. Let me read up a little bit. Okay, there we go. I'll start from 9. Then the king said unto the captain of 50, the captain of 50 were his 50, and he went up to him, and behold, he sat at the top of the hill, and spake unto him, thou man of God, the king hath said, come down. And Elijah said and answered to the captain of 50, if I be a man of God, then let fire come down from heaven and consume that 50. And there came fire from heaven and consumed this 50. Again, also he sent unto him another captain of 50 with his 50. And he said unto him, O man of God, thus hath the king said, come down. And Elijah answered and said unto him, if I be a man of God, let fire come down from heaven and consume that 50. And the fire of God came down from heaven and consumed him and his 50. And he sent again a captain, a third of 50 with his 50. And the third captain of 50 went up and came and fell upon his knees before Elijah and besought him and said unto him, O man of God, I pray thee, let my life and these 50, and the life of these 50, thy servants be precious in thy sight. Behold, there came down fire from heaven and burnt the two captains and the former 50s and their 50s. Therefore, let my life be precious in thy sight. And the angel of the Lord sent unto Elijah, go down with him and be not afraid. And he rose and went down unto the king. You see? Fire came down from heaven. It sent armies of 50s, man. 50 were his 50. You know, in the times that we come to, that might happen to an individual. They might send an army of 50 with 50, another 50 coming at you. There's no need to buck up. There's no need to be afraid. You got this account right here. This is what's going to come to your mind. Hey, Lord, allow fire to come down from heaven. Or Lord, give me spiritual power to do this. Give me spiritual power to do that. You know, these people, they had no choice but to fucking acknowledge the power of the Lord, man. These are the times that we fucking coming into, man. They're going to acknowledge the fucking power of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, whether they want to or not. Next precept, Bel and the Dragon. Bel and the Dragon 1:34. But the angel of the Lord said unto Habakkuk, go carry the dinner that thou hast into Babylon, unto Daniel's den, unto Daniel, who's in the lion's den. Habakkuk said, Lord, I never saw Babylon, neither do I know where the den is. The angel of the Lord took him by the crown of his head, bare him by the hair of his head, and through the vehemency of his spirit, set him in Babylon over the den. And Habakkuk cried, saying, O Daniel, Daniel, take the dinner which the Most High have sent thee. You know, Habakkuk brought Daniel food. Hey, you might be somewhere. Slakia. I just seen my coworker while I was driving. But Habakkuk brought Daniel food. You know, he didn't know where Babylon was. The Lord didn't tell Habakkuk Daniel was hungry. But that just shows the care of the Lord. The scriptures don't mention that Daniel was hungry. But hey, if the Lord is providing provision for you and giving food to you, come on, man. Come on, man. The Lord, that's the Lord, bro. That's the work of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, man. That's the work of the Lord, man. You can't put the Lord in a box. You know, an angel took Habakkuk by the hair and through the vehemency of his spirit to Babylon to bring Daniel food. The Lord put it in Habakkuk's spirit that morning because, hey, the Lord is in control. The Lord's the one that wakes us up in the morning. And the Lord put it in Habakkuk's spirit to make that food just so Daniel could eat, man. Come on now. Stay with me. Come on now. We understand that the Lord, wisdom of Solomon 12:1, the Most High's incorruptible spirit is in all things. The Lord's spirit is in all things. So the Lord put it, hey, when man go to sleep, the Lord sealeth instruction. Now sealed in Habakkuk for him to go bring that food, man. Come on now. You can't put the Lord in a box, man. Come on now. Next precept that I want to grab is the book of Daniel chapter 3 verse 16. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the king, O Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer this matter. If it be so, our God whom we serve is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us out of the hand, O king. But if it not be it known unto thee, O king, that we will not serve thy gods nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. That's right. That's what the Lord is looking for. That's what the Lord is requiring, man. To have faith in him, to speak in great boldness of him, man, in the faces of these individuals, man, showing faith, being courageous. Then Nebuchadnezzar, full of fury, and the form of his visage changed against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Therefore he spake and commanded that they should heat the furnace 17 times more than it was wont to be heated. So he turned up the dial on the fire. You know, that hey, imagine that. You know, the fire, what it was already gonna be, and the dial was turned up right in front of you. And he commanded the most mighty men that were in his army to bind Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and to cast them in the fiery furnace. And these men were bound in their coats, their hoods and their hats, and their other garments, and were cast in the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Therefore, before the king's commandment was urgent, the furnace exceeding hot, the flames of the fire slew those men that took Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. So the flames were so hot, it killed the men that brought Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego into the fire. That's how hot it was. Continuing on, verse 23. And these three men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, fell down, bound into the midst of the burning fire. Then Nebuchadnezzar the king was astonished, and rose up in haste, and spake and said unto his counselors, Did we not cast three men bound into the midst of the fire? They answered and said unto the king, True, O king. And he answered and said, Lo, I see 4 men loose, walking in the midst of the fire, and they have no hurt. And the form of the fourth is like the Son of God. So he acknowledged it. Nebuchadnezzar acknowledged it, man. And also, too, 4 men. The Lord was with them. Where 2 or 3 are gathered, Yahushua is in the midst. And they were binded up. Now they're walking loosely in the fire. Come on, man. Once again, you can't put the Lord in a fucking box, man. And I know I'm dropping the F-bombs and I'm getting aggressive with it, but I just have to. That's the spirit that the Lord got on me right now. You can't put the Lord in a box, man. Especially with the times that we're coming into. They're gonna try to put this chip in us. They're gonna tell us, man, if you don't take this chip, and we may cut your head off, or we may do this, we may do that. Well, we also gotta believe and trust that the hand of the Lord is not too short. It's locked to you. We gotta believe that the hand of the Lord is not short, that it cannot save, and his ears is not heavy, that it cannot hear. You have to believe that. And this is the last precept. This is the book of Acts, chapter 12. Verse, I'll start at 5. Peter therefore was kept in prison, but prayer was made without ceasing of the church unto God for him. So they was praying for Peter. And when Herod would have brought him forth the same night, Peter was sleeping between 2 soldiers. So he was sleeping between 2 shoulders, bound with 2 chains, and the keepers before the door kept the prison. So he was sleeping between 2 soldiers. He was bound with chains, and you had the keepers of the door that was watching the prison. And behold, the angel of the Lord came upon him, and light shined in the prison, and he smote Peter on the side and raised him up, saying, Arise quickly, and his chains fell from his hands. Arise quickly. Now you're chained up in between 2 soldiers. Angel of the Lord smote you, your chains fell off. Why didn't the guards hear the chains fall off? Why didn't they hear anything? And the angel said unto him, Gird thyself, bind on thy sandals. And so he did, and he said, Cast thy garment about thee and follow me. And he went out and followed him, and wist not that it was true, which was done by the angel, but thought he saw a vision. And when they were past the first and the second ward, they came unto Salakia. When they were past the first and the second ward, they came unto the iron gate that leadeth unto the city, which opened to them of his own accord, and they went out, passed on through one street, and forthwith the angel departed from him. So he can't put the Lord in a box. The iron gate opened up for him. They passed the first ward and they passed the second ward. Come on now. You cannot put a limit on the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You cannot put the Lord in a box. I'm just going to grab that Isaiah 59:1 again and close out, man. Because this is so true. This is so true. It says, Behold, the Lord's hand is not shortened that it cannot save, neither his ear heavy that it cannot hear. Those throwing up supplications for Peter, prayer while he was in the prison, and the Lord performed that miraculous work, man. Come on now. With that being said, Lord, I want to set some edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honor to our elders, apostles, great millstone, and root well, and push out 100% truth and true sincerity. And shalom to those